Consistency. Move toward your values. Picture this: 9 weeks into the school year, with just 1 week standing between me and the much awaited winter break. Out of the blue, I caught a bug that sent me straight to my comfy bed at home. In between sneezes and sips of hot soup, I had to sketch out subplans and brace myself for an avalanche of catch-up work that was sure to follow. Despite feeling like I was skating uphill, thanks to the solid routines and consistent habits I had been setting up in my classroom, putting together the subplans was less hair-raising than I thought it would be. As I lay snuggled in my cozy blanket, a thought bubble popped up, frosty in the winter air. It carried a quote I had read once. Quote, "If you don't pick a day to relax, your body will pick it for you." Unquote. Talk about hitting home. You know the feeling. Returning to work after a sick day can be as chilly as a winter wind, filled with awkwardness and a sprinkle of guilt. But this time around, something was different. I glided back into the teaching rhythm like a figure skater on fresh ice, even finding time to listen deeply to a colleague and friend. Right after the kids headed home, I was out the door ready for my regular winter wonderland walk in the forest. Miraculously, I'd bounced back quickly, just like the sparkle of frost disappearing with the first rays of the morning sun. This was new terrain for me, and I wondered how on earth I managed that. After a bit of cozy fireside reflection, it struck me. I'd been keeping a steady beat of consistency and intentionality in all of my actions. Resting and recharging while I was sick was a real game changer. I began to see the positive impacts of the consistent routines I had been building like a fortress against the winter chill. The structured prepping of lessons and the warm vibes of my classroom fell into place like perfectly knitted mittens, providing a cocoon of comfort and support for both my students and me. I then realized that taking care of myself is a luxury and an essential pillar for creating a thriving learning environment. So, dear fellow teachers navigating the snowy landscape of the school year, here's my 2 cents. Let's embrace consistency. But instead of making it a chore, let's make it a bit of a snowball fight. Fun, thrilling, full of laughter. Consistency in planning, organizing, and giving feedback. It doesn't have to be like trudging through a snowdrift. It can be like building a snowman where each task and routine is another part of our frosty friend. In the whirlwind of our teaching adventure, let's make consistency our secret recipe for hot cocoa, confronting, reliable, and oh so sweet. So, go ahead, pull on those mittens, embrace consistency, and let's have a little fun while we're at it, shall we? Because who says winter, or teaching for that matter, can't be a blast? Invitations. For you. Take a step back and reflect on the areas of your teaching where you feel you lack consistency. Create a plan to incorporate consistency into those areas intentionally. This may involve setting specific goals, creating a schedule or routine, and holding yourself accountable. For your students. Ask your students to create a daily routine that includes specific times for completing homework, studying, and relaxing. By setting a consistent schedule, they can manage their time more effectively, and they will find they are more productive and motivated to complete their work. For your students, have them reflect on areas of their own life where they feel they need more focus. Whether it's schoolwork, relationships, or personal habits, have them identify specific steps they can take to incorporate more consistency into those areas. This may involve setting goals, creating a schedule or routine, or finding a way to hold themselves accountable too.